but they just don't know.
Huh? Let's go.
People see me, but they just don't know.
Well, hey neighbor, thanks for stopping by.
Hey you guys, so my last video I posted about the tragic incident that happened with Sonia Massey of Springfield, Illinois. Along with that video, I mentioned the 4-year-old Terrell Miller, who also was unalived by an Illinois police officer. At the time I released the video, there was no footage concerning Terrell. Now there has been footage that has been released, and I know you guys have been waiting for me to release that video. I do have the video, and along with that video, you will hear Terrell's mother, in her own words, what happened that day and what all took place before and after the tragic incident of Terrell. Also, too, I want to let you guys know I'm going to be stopping the video to show you guys the time, the space that the officer had when he made that decision to take the shot that ended Terrell's life. Okay, guys, I know you've been waiting for it. Here it is.
Just after 10 o'clock at night, Macomb police, they received a number of calls about a domestic dispute. The victim, Kiana Miller, she was fighting for her life. She and her 4-year-old son, Terrell, were coming home from visiting family when she noticed that her boyfriend, Anthony George, had consumed a whole bottle of tequila. He was drunk and irate, repeatedly accusing her of cheating on him, which wasn't true.
Came into the room and he got on top of me. And he said, if I can't have you, nobody can. And then that's when he put the knife to my throat.
She says her son was in another room watching Scooby-Doo.
And he flipped me over because I had my nightgown on. He flipped me over and he got undressed. And as he was having sex with me, he was jabbing the knife into my back. It didn't penetrate, but I could feel it.
She managed to distract him, got her son, and tried to escape, but that's where things got violent.
We got out the door and we was going down the stairs and my son fell and he heard it. So he ran out the house naked and down the stairs and started stabbing me left and right.
He proceeded to stab Miller 25 times while Terrell went and hid under his bed.
He was stabbing me in my shoulder, my chest, underneath my breast, my stomach. He got me in my head.
She went into fight mode, started banging on doors to get her neighbor's attention.
He grabbed my hair and was pulling me back into the house.
That's when Macomb police got the call. They got there in 3 minutes. Here's the body camera footage they just released with narration included.
When officers arrived on the scene, note the presence of blood on the walls of the stairwell.
Come police, open the door.
After identifying themselves and ordering occupants to open the door, a female subject could be heard yelling, "He's stabbing me." Officers then forced their way into the apartment after identifying themselves. The officer points their issued firearm at the naked adult male, identifies himself as police, and issues lawful commands to see the suspect's hands.
You can see Kiana Miller's bloody hands as she exits the apartment. She says that she was in and out of consciousness and passed out several times in the hallway. Police also made note in the video that George had 2 knives in his hand and they only had seconds to respond.
The suspect then lunges out of sight and a child is heard screaming. The suspect eventually reappears with a knife in each hand, holding the child to his chest. 1 knife around the child's waist and 1 around the child's throat.
Neighbor, I paused the video because I wanted you to really take in what you just saw. Also, if you continue to watch this video, you will hear Terrell's mother talk about the deadly shot that the officer fired that unalived Terrell and Anthony. The shot that that officer fired never was meant to save Terrell's life. The shot that that officer fired was definitely to end their lives. Please look and listen to what this woman is saying. Neighbor, in the comments, I would like you guys to tell me what you think. Let me know. This is just a tragic situation. It's sad. But you have an opinion as well as I do. Let me know what you guys think.
They had plenty of time to tase him, pepper spray him, jump him, or even shoot him. But instead, they just stood by the threshold and didn't come in, didn't do anything, just yelling and screaming for him to put the knives down. And then they watched him walk into my son's room and come back out.
She says that she continued to lose consciousness, but she did overhear an officer say that her son Terrell was safe. It wasn't until she woke up in the hospital hours later that she found out what really happened. Her family told her that her son, 4-year-old Terrell Miller, was gone.
I screamed so loud. Like, you felt it. You felt it.
He and George were both fatally shot by that officer.
He probably felt like they wasn't going to kill him if he was holding a kid. And that wasn't the case at all. He shot through my son's head, and that one bullet went through my son's head and through Anthony's neck.
For months,